Hello my lovelies, welcome to Dancing with Bella. I just finished recording another video and I feel like I'm on the roll, so might as well get some more videos done and recorded. So a lot of y'all have asked me how much strippers make. Honestly, that's a very big question. Not all strippers make the same salary. Each stripper can make a totally different amount than the other stripper. I feel like I'm slobbering on everywhere. Anyways, so it really depends on a lot of stuff. If you have the option in your club to work whenever you want, it really depends on how much work you put in. How many days a week are you showing up to work? It can also depend if the club is busy. And that really has nothing to do with it because it only takes one customer. If that one customer makes your day, then it really doesn't matter if it's busy or not. Another thing that is really big is how good your hustle is. That is a huge deal breaker. You got to make sure that you're constantly working on your hustle. You want to be better and better. Not a competition with the other girls, but a competition with yourself. You got to make sure that you're always focused on that money and that you're always trying to figure out the best move to get that money. That's just the way I like to do it though. There is some clubs that hire strippers as employees. Most clubs, you're going to be an independent contractor. What that means is that the club is not going to pay you shit. All your money is going to come from lap dances, tips, from stage, from the floor, whatever. So that is the money you're going to be taking home. That nobody gets paid, nothing. It's only a tip-based job. But for those who get paid by employees, obviously will get a check every week or every 2 weeks. I don't know how they do it. I've never worked at a club that does that. I actually went and auditioned for a specific strip club here in Austin, and on their contract they gave you the option of being an independent contractor or an employee. And that's why I want to suggest that you guys read the whole contract before you sign it. That way you guys can make sure that you guys are working the way you guys want to work. So with that being said, I really don't have a straight answer for you. There's some days that obviously you're going to leave with $0. Like, those are the worst days. I don't want to jinx myself, but I've never had to leave the club without any money. I've always paid my tip out, and there's been times where I discussed it with the club saying, hey, you know what, I didn't make enough money, but I have your tip out. In that case, they would work with me and say, you know what, don't pay me tip out, you could get me the next time. And those were the good managers and the good people that understood. But some clubs won't understand. If you didn't make anything, they'll make you pay out of pocket, which means that you'll leave with less than what you came in with. There's some rough days, and there's some really good ones too though. Like, I've had some really good ones, and I'm thankful for those days, and I hope I get more. But it's not every day. I'll usually come in with an average amount throughout the week. And yes, there is some slow days and some better days, but usually sometimes it'll average out within the same area. It could be somebody that hasn't made shit and somebody else who's banking already, you know, like, it just really depends. That's why I tell you guys, work on your hustle. If you guys are serious about the money, work on your hustle. Every little chance you get, be researching stuff. Be researching how you can better yourself. In the strip club, we're not selling our bodies, but we're selling ourselves, our skills, either our dance skills or communication skills, or conversation skills, whatever you want to call it. Also, the way we entertain. We're entertainers. So those are pretty much skills that we have to work on ourselves. If we don't have the best communication skills, then do something about that. Learn how to communicate with people better. I'm not the best in all the skills, but I try and I keep bettering myself. No one else is gonna do it for me, and I'm the one that's gonna make my money, so I have to pretty much work on myself every time. That way I can make more and more money. It's really hard to say how much strippers make, and just being realistic, I'm gonna say that strippers can make anywhere from $0 to $1,000 a night. Again, it just really depends on maybe the club, on yourself, what day of week it is, what time, just a lot of stuff go into it. So if you have a really good hustle and you're coming in with $1,000 a night, girl, let me know what kind of hustle you're working with, because I'm trying to make $1,000 a night. I don't come in with $1,000 a night. I have made $1,000, but it's not a constant thing. I will make a video talking about what's the most I've ever made and other high amounts I've made, but I will leave that to another video. I'm putting $1,000 right at the high because I know there's not a lot of girls making $1,000, but there is times where we make $0, but that's why I'm leaning the curve high, because I know there's gonna be some girls that say that they do make $1,000 a night. If a stripper tells you that she makes so and so amount of money, I usually don't believe the girls. Honestly, because I've lied, and I think I confessed to this in another video. I'm not one to brag and exaggerate on the amount of money I made. Usually when I lie, I lower the amount I've made. The only way you'll know how much strippers make is if you go there and if you try it out and see how much money you make. I really don't depend on any other strippers. Like I said, the less I focus on other girls, the better it is. The better my hustle is, and I make more money that way. So that's just a broad idea of what we're working with here. I feel like the average stripper will most likely make anywhere from $100 to $600 a night, being realistic here. But that's just my thought on that. And if you make more, then share your secrets with us. We're trying to better our hustle here too. Low-key, it's honestly really tough for me to talk about money. And if you notice, the stripper industry keeps the money situation on a really hush-hush and down low kind of idea. So it just really depends. Always remember though that your salary equals your hustle. How good your hustle is will amount how much money you make. I did Google how much strippers make, and I'm not going to give you guys the exact amount because I really can't remember, but I think it was like $47,800 for a yearly salary. I'm not too sure. You might want to Google it yourself because I really don't have the answer for that. That's just a basic amount. So like I said, one stripper could be making $47,000 a year and the other one could be making $100,000 a year. It just really depends. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope I gave you guys a general idea. Like I said, you can't really get a straight answer. I've been to clubs and asked the girls, hey, what's the average amount you guys make per night? And there's been clubs where they said, oh, 300 or 200. For all of you guys who have been waiting for this video, I hope I made you guys happy and kind of gave you guys a good range on what strippers make. It's really hard, guys. It's really hard to say because each specific one of us is different. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you guys have any more questions, please comment down below. I will try to answer them. I really have a hard time answering all the comments, but I appreciate every little support detail you guys have given me. Likes, comments, subscriptions, everything. Thank you guys so much. I will post my Instagram, Snapchat around here somewhere. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I will see you on my next video.